The first recommendation for you to try to boost your own enzyme production in your body is to chew the food properly, because digestion starts in your mouth, and you know there is there are enzymes already in your saliva, and that's very important. So your saliva helps you with the digestion of the food, so then it goes further, but the digestion starts in your mouth. So every time you're eating, you need to make sure that you chew the food properly. I think this advice goes pretty close to the one that you need to make sure that you're not stressed when you eat, because when you are stressed, your digestive system is not working properly. It's just what it is. You don't feel it, you don't see it, but that's the way it is. Your digestive juices are not being produced the right way. You are just chewing the food pretty fast. You don't really pay attention to what you eat. Most of the times you overeat. So it's just a total wrong way to go in this case. So just to summarize this too, your food and your meal is supposed to be a pleasurable act or moment when you don't talk a lot, when you probably, don't watch news, as there is no good news and normally, and you chew your food properly. The next recommendation is basically your diet. Well, it's true that nowadays our diet most of the times really leaves much to be desired, and we do eat lots of processed food, we do eat lots of sugars, we do eat foods that are not healthy, and they're man-made, and then they're conventionally grown. They are loaded with pesticides, hormones, chemicals. Add to that the amount of drugs that people take right now, because every time you go to the doctor, you get a pill prescribed to you, and then again, and then again, and then people start really taking a lot more antibiotics than they used to, which is actually killing the good bacteria in their gut, which is so essential for proper digestion. So probably you need to pay attention, first of all, that you're not that you're not taking too many antibiotics. And every time once you had a course of antibiotic, sometimes you really need to take one. You need to try to restore a beneficial bacteria in your gut. And that's very important by taking prebiotics and probiotics. You can take them naturally as fermented foods. You could eat fermented even dairy. Even people who cannot tolerate lactose, they normally do well with the fermented dairy products like cheese or like yogurt. So, and the same goes with the drugs, because antibiotics together with other medications, sometimes you don't really need to take them as long as the doctor tells you, or you need to really look at the root of your problem and not rely on the drugs, because all this suppresses the enzyme production in your body. So here we are with fixing our gut. It's very important. We need to make sure that we do not have any food sensitivities or food allergies. In this case, you could start doing an elimination diet. You can watch my video about that. It's really beneficial for many people. And of course, you could, add more fermented foods into your diet. The sauerkraut, the miso, and, many others. And another recommendation is that sometimes you heavily rely on some, medical, like the drugs that are prescribed to you, but sometimes for mild indigestion, there are so many digestive herbs out there that, they have a great effect on your digestive tract. I mean, in a good way. If you are feeling bloated, try to have like fennel tea, or try to chew some fennel seeds. You could buy some Swedish bitters. Well, many people, and I used to take them too. I don't take them, all the time, because you don't really need to. But from time to time, and people are amazed how well it works. Many people who suffer from heartburn find that it just, helps with heartburn. It helps with digestion. It's actually not only good for digestion, but for your overall health. It sometimes even helps people with allergies. So anyway, it's good for a healthy digestion. And so you might consider getting that instead of, drinking all the time the antacids. Antacids will never cure your problem. You will just be you will depend on them like for 5-10 years, and then the dose will be just increase and increase. So in my opinion, it's just a vicious cycle, and you need to do something else. And again, do not forget that you need to make sure that you don't have any yeast infection, maybe parasites. It sounds really like surprising, but that might be cause for some people's problems, that you don't have any bacteria in your stomach, and then that you don't have low stomach acid. So all these things needs to be finalized before you really start doing that. If you have a digestive problem, and you decided to take an enzyme for it. The next and a very important advice here is the only way for your body to produce enzymes naturally is to have to eat raw foods, because when the enzymes are destroyed with the temperature when the food is heated. So try to have as many raw foods as it's possible. So this way you will have no problem at having natural enzymes in your body. Talking about raw foods, probably most of you saw those papaya enzymes, right? But you know what? My recommendation is just, go and get real papaya in the store and eat that. Or they sell bromelain, it's the pineapple enzymes. Just go and get real pineapple, Also, you can find enzymes from honey, but the honey is supposed to be raw and unpasteurized. It comes from bee saliva, also bee pollen, in case you're not allergic to any honey products. Could be beneficial in this case as well. Avocados is a perfect food to consider to boost your natural enzyme production. Add to that grapes, should be organic, and extra virgin olive oil and coconut oil. So basically, it's not a long list. All the foods are pretty delicious in my opinion. So just start doing that. Raw foods, include these foods into your diet and you're good to go. As I said, chew food thoroughly, eliminate stress. And another thing you need to do is avoid chewing gum. The thing with the chewing gum is that it sort of fools your body that you need to digest something, no food comes in, but you keep, chewing it. So that's why the enzymes and sometimes the stomach acids start to produce, and that's not really good if no food comes in. Sometimes might really hurt your stomach, in the long run if you do it. So no chewing gum. So as you see, all this is pretty simple, and actually, if you even were not interested in enzymes and you just had some digestive disorders, all this advice, all these recommendations will definitely help you. It really helps to eliminate the flatulence, to the heaviness in the stomach, the constipation or the diarrhea. So basically, these tips are really good to consider. So pay attention to them and try to incorporate them into your diet. So if you think that you need to try an enzyme supplement, so of course you're free to do so. But if you do so, try to make sure that you buy a good quality product. I mean that the company that makes these digestive enzymes is the one that you could trust. The enzyme you get is supposed to be sort of like a blend of different enzymes, not only one of them. So that's important. The supplement should be labeled with the strength of each ingredient, not only just its weight. And of course, it's supposed to be a natural product, no other additives whatsoever. And this way you should be good to go. Unfortunately, I can't give you any recommendations because I'm not taking any enzyme supplements, and I'm not going to. I think that working with your whole food diet is a way much better decision. I guess that's all I wanted to say about enzymes, and I hope that you got a better idea of it right now, so you can make a right decision for whether you need to take a supplement, whether you need to see a doctor, whether you need to incorporate more raw foods into your diet, or Swedish bitters, or just improve your gut health. And as always, thank you so much for watching this video, for your support and attention. Please put the thumbs up if you like it, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you later.